Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dazja Jordan for those of you that are new, and for my returning kin folks, what's up? So you guys, in today's video we are going to just be getting into some makeup. I have been dying to do some soft glam looks for you guys, and I finally got the chance. This tutorial came out just how I wanted it to, so I was like, this is gonna be the first video of 2023, right? But let's go ahead and get into it. So y'all know I typically do my eyebrows off camera, but this time around I decided to do them at the beginning of this video. I don't know why, it just kind of made sense and went with the flow. But I am using the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse. I got this from Ulta Beauty. I will link this in the description box down below. I also have a more detailed eyebrow tutorial that I will go ahead and link in the description box down below as well, just in case you want to a little bit more details on how I do my eyebrows. Now y'all gonna have to forgive me for some of my products not showing up from the camera not focusing, but we are going to be using the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer to kind of clean up those brows on the top and on the bottom. This is actually the concealer that I use for everything, because if I must say, and I will say, I think that Fenty is one of the best concealers out there. At least for me and my skin type, I will say that. But anyway, in addition to using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, I use the NYX Cosmetics liquid concealer just to clean up the top of my brows. I typically use NARS, but I ran out of my NARS creamy concealer, so this is next up. And yeah, I like NYX Cosmetics. Now, when I blend out my makeup, I typically like to use a blending brush. So I'm using a small blending brush to just blend out that concealer that I had used to outline my brows down at the bottom, just so that it gives a more smoother look, more pressed look. It also gives me more control over where I want the product blended on my, on my face. After cleaning up my brows and stuff like that, I go in and I use the end of the spoolie to just blend out the front of my brows to kind of give that, that faded look, if people are still doing that these days. But anyways, y'all, here are the brows. So after putting on my brows, I like to go in with my e.l.f. Cosmetics Power Grip Primer. Y'all, this is probably one of the best primers that I have taken with me into 2023. So go get you some from Ulta Beauty, okay? After applying my primer, I go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. And this is the orange color corrector. I just use it because I have a lot of scarring from when I had acne back in the day, and yeah, so I just try to do things to just kind of like hide that scarring and minimize the look of my pores and stuff like that, and it works for me. My makeup still comes out looking really, really good, so that's why I've been using the orange corrector. It does me wonders. After color correcting, I like to go in with a blending brush and just blend it, just kind of how I would blend if I am applying foundation, because I pretty much had to apply this all over my face. After color correcting, I go in with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer, or not concealer, foundation, Y'all, I love me some NARS. I love me some Fenty. Those two seem to really work really good on my skin. Like, of course there's other products, but these right here are my go-to products, and they even do good when paired together, you know. Like, keep watching, I'm getting ready to show you. But anyways, you guys, you don't need a lot of this foundation when you apply it to your face. Just, you know, a little dot here, a little dot there, and then just blend it all over. After blending in our foundation, I like to go in with that Fenty Pro Filter concealer that y'all seen me use when I was cleaning up my brows. Yes, like I said, it pairs good with the NARS foundation, as you can see. But I like to go and highlight underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, you know, just all the spots that I want to just brighten it up, you know. After applying our Fenty concealer, I like to go in with a blending brush, something that is a little bit more fluffier than what we use when we blended out the concealer underneath our eyes, or not underneath our eyes, but underneath our brow bone. Okay, y'all, so I have still been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose powder. You guys, this loose powder is pretty good. It's lightweight and full coverage, and that's what I need. It gives my beat like that extra that it needs, you know what I'm saying? But I do like to take a blending what is this? I don't know. This is a Design Essentials little, golly, I didn't forget what these things are called. Oh, a little blending brush. Is that a blending brush? I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I like to take a little blending sponge here thing, and I am just like, why can't I remember the names of these tools? Anyway, oh my gosh, a beauty blender. Okay, so I am taking the beauty blender, and that is what I'm using to apply my powder, just because it's quicker that way instead of just using a brush. And you know, I mean, just like, okay, you guys, so when I was on the Ulta Beauty website, I came across this new like contouring palette by J-Cat Beauty, I believe. Yeah, J-Cat Masterclass. And I don't know about this one, but it was worth a try. It was inexpensive, and yeah, it just looked like it was gonna be hitting, but unfortunately it was not hitting. It was very hard to blend out, so like, as you can tell, like, I really had to put some arm strength into that blend, but it ended up working out, I guess. You know, I just don't like having to put a lot of effort into blending, because I feel like everything should just be easy flowing, and this palette right here made me have to really pull out my strong arm for blending. So I actually would not recommend this palette, but to each his own. If you want to try it, go ahead and try it. It's at ultabeauty.com. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll link that in the description box down below as well. But after it was blended out and I threw some of my Fenty bronzer on top of it, it did end up, you know, blending into a nice, I don't know how to explain it, but I ended up making it work pretty much. That's what I'm gonna say. So to make sure everything is nice and even and blended well, I like to go in with a full face powder, and this one is by Ulta Beauty. I will link that in the description box down below, but I just like to go over my contouring, my concealer, everything, just to make sure everything is nice and blended together and just looking flawless on my face. Now that we have finished the face, we are going to go in with the eyes. I like to start off by using my Fenty Beauty concealer on my eyelids just to even out that tone, making sure, you know, I have a nice clean palette for my eyeshadow. And just like we used earlier in the video, we are going to go in with a small blending brush just to blend that product out just on the eyelid. It shouldn't move anywhere else beyond the eyelid. Okay, also the palette that we are going to be using is the Morphe Fierce by Nature palette 3503, beginning with the shade Ferocious. Now, as you can see, I am not adding this Ferocious color to my entire eyelid. I am only using it in the crease line just to use as my transition shade. And when I say transition shade, I mean as a shade that will blend well with the next shade that I'm getting ready to be using. So after I have finished blending out the color Ferocious on my crease line, I went in with the shade Disrupt, which is that dark brown shade up in the corner, and I added that into my crease line just to, you know, kind of darken it up in there so that when I go and cut my crease, you can clearly see like there's two colors there blending together, you know. I don't know, you guys, eye makeup is a little hard to explain, but we gonna get this. Now that we've added the shade Disrupt to our crease line, we are going to go ahead and cut our crease. Now I like to use my Fenty just because I've been using it when I used it for the base for my eyeshadow and also for my concealer. It just goes good, and it's good to you know, use your eyeshadow on top of, I don't know, it just, Fenty gives me the look that I always need. But anyways, you guys, I like to just go through and do a small little cut crease on my eyelid, just carving out, or not really carving out, but separating my eyelid from my crease line, and just kind of like giving like a little clear, you know, surface so that we can add some color, and that color pops and looks good and does what it's supposed to do, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. After cutting my crease, I went in with the shade France. It's that nude looking shade up there in the corner. as I was using this color, I was noticing that it was not showing up how I needed it to show up. It was like a little too nudie for me, so I went ahead and switched palettes just to get the color that I had envisioned for this look, and I ended up switching to the shade that we are going to be using from this Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. Is the shade Giza, and we are just going to add that onto our lid, the same exact place where we were trying to add that nude color that wasn't really showing up how we needed it to show up. But yeah, so this Giza color is going to go over the entire eyelid, not messing up the crease, okay, because we want to be able to see all three colors that's on our eyes. Now to tie this eyeshadow look together, we are going to go back in with that dark brown color Disrupt from the Morphe palette, and we are just going to add that to our outer corner of our lid. I think that's what that is. Yes, our outer corner, just so that we can tie all three of these colors together, making everything look seamless and blended, and you know, we just want everything just to look flawless, you know what I'm saying? So this right here will just help complete the entire look. And then this is completely optional, but I like to go underneath my bottom eyelid just to, you know, kind of add some color down there. Some people add eyeshadow down there, some people don't, they just stick with mascara, but I like to do both just because it just brings the entire look together. But now that I have finished with the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with my NYX Cosmetics Thin Liquid Eyeliner just to add a small winged eyeliner to completely complete this look. I mean, I guess it's not really complete until we add the eyelash on there, but you get my drift. Now, I can't remember the name of the mascara that I'm using, but I'm sure I got this in one of my TJ Maxx hauls. So eventually I'll have to get the name for y'all. But yeah, I go ahead and I add mascara to the both top and bottom lashes. Top so that my false lashes stick on and look a little more natural on my eye, and they blend together with my regular lashes. And then I like to add mascara to my bottom lashes just because it gives my eyeshadow or my look just like that extra pop. Like I need my eyes to be open, you know what I'm saying? But for a highlighter, we're going to be using the Sephora brand Golden Hour highlighter, and we are just going to add that to the apples of our cheeks, or not really the apples, but more like the you know, our cheekbone. That's why we want to add that highlighter. Now, I love to pair the Sephora Golden Hour highlighter with the Sephora Blush Duo in shade Tiger Lily. You guys, this shade rocks. I love this shade for real. It is a cute orangey type of shade, and it's good for summer, fall, winter. It's just a great shade for, you know, women of my skin tone. Oranges always seem to look really good on brown skin. But anyways, you guys, the lip liner that I am using is by NYX Cosmetics. This is just their regular lip liner pencil in the shade Expresso, and I paired it with the This Is Milky gloss, Milk the Coco lip gloss, and I forgot the lighter shade that I used, but baby, these two together are just it's the combination that you just need every day in your life. But you guys, after doing my lips and everything like that, I went ahead and applied some lashes. Now I can't remember where these lashes are from, but yeah, this is it. But anyways, you guys, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this tutorial. This is the look. I am going to be giving y'all more makeup tutorials and stuff like that, so y'all give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I definitely look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Oh, and don't forget to check out some of my vlogs and some of my other content. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until then, I'll see you guys later, and may peace and love be multiplied, you guys. Bye. You bad like that, you know.